Quick disclaimer, information in this podcast is for general informational purposes only and is not intended to be treated as medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare team before making changes to your diet, lifestyle, supplementation, or medication.
What if changing what you eat could bring your blood sugar back to normal, ease painful symptoms, and even inspire your whole family to get healthier? In today's episode, you'll hear how Karol chose diet to treat her prediabetes and the powerful lessons her story holds for achieving better health.
Welcome to Type 2 Diabetes Talk, the place where we chat about what really works to treat type 2 diabetes and prediabetes naturally with nutrition and lifestyle. If you're looking to optimize blood sugar and A1C, lose weight, reduce medications, and improve your overall health, this is the place to be. Now, here's your host, Type 2 Diabetes Nutrition Specialist, Dr. Jetta.
Hello, wonderful people. Dr. Jetta here, and welcome back to Type 2 Diabetes Talk. Today's episode is all about how powerful nutrition can be in treating prediabetes. We'll be hearing from Karol, a mum of two who was shocked by her diagnosis, but instead of feeling stuck, she decided to take action. Through the right dietary changes, she's been able to lower her A1C to normal, lower her high cholesterol to normal levels, lose weight, and even resolve some early warning symptoms that her doctors couldn't explain. Karol's story is a perfect example of how nutrition is not just about numbers on a page. It's about regaining health, energy, and confidence for yourself and your family. So let's hear from Karol now, and then we'll chat about how diet and nutrition are the most powerful and effective treatment for prediabetes. So I guess we're here to learn more about your journey today in being a member and how your health has been progressing. So maybe you want to start back at the beginning and share a bit about yourself and your lifestyle and what brought you into being a member in the first place.
I believe it was 2024, beginning of 2024, where I was diagnosed with prediabetes, and I was like, what? It was a shock. Although it runs on my mother's side. Everybody has it. My grandfather, my mother, everybody. But to me, it was shocking because I thought I ate so healthy. So the doctor gives you a list of what you can do, but inside of me, a lot of it didn't make sense. Like, they don't tell you stop eating this. They say do less of this. But I really am afraid of needles. I think I've told you I'm hemophobic. I'm afraid of blood. Terribly afraid of needles. So I have fainted when they're drawing blood or I see blood, even with my own kids. So it's something that really stressed me out. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, like, there's no way. What can I do to not have to deal with this in the sense of, having to get blood and all this done? That's when I noticed the little something. It was in Pinterest. It was like a triangle with what you should be eating if you have prediabetes. And it aligned with a lot of what I just assumed that made more sense. And so I clicked on it and I read, everything. And I'm like, and I told my husband, I need this because I feel like I had no guidance. Like zero guidance. And so we're like, let's do this. And I am a person that's very committed when I'm going to do something, especially if I'm, again, afraid of needles or, sense of, because of that fear, it pushed me towards, look, get this done. And in 3 months I had dropped, I believe, I don't really remember now, but I know the last checkup I was 5.3.
And you did start at an A1C of 5.8, I believe. And then, so within that few months, you went down to 5.3?
I believe I went down to 5.6 the first 3 months. 5.3 was the last one.
Yeah, well, in any case, that's still a fantastic progress, isn't it? And yeah, I know there was a case when it went down and then it went up and then you freaked out. You were kind of like, oh no, yes, I got to stick to this.
Yeah, because I think it was, even though I was all in, there was a sense of denial, like, nah, maybe, and then it's like, no, my liver or everything that you talked about, the pancreas, I really need to be careful with where's my stress level, also on top of what I'm eating. And when you don't have any guidance, which is what I was feeling, it just feels like, where do I even begin? And again, the doctors here, at least my doctors, they give you a page and it just says, just limit this. I'm not going to just take a pill. No, I mean, this is something that could be reversed. Like, why would I take the pill? Because I see what that's doing to my family members. And I don't want to lose my eyes. I want to be able to see and live longer for my girls and not just that, but just to live a life where I'm healthy. And I do also have that sense of feeling that I am in control of my health and not expecting like the doctors to be obviously in control of me, but it's okay. What am I doing and what's beneficial for my health? And that I can do that. That's, again, thanks for your program. And to me, as a person myself, I feel like I need a lot more than that. So in your program gives, oh my goodness, it's detail and the videos. And I just feel like you have so many videos or information for everybody, because I have a friend that has a Hashimoto, and I remember telling her, hey, I just found something on the app about Hashimoto. Maybe you should eat this and not that. And so, but even with that about the losing weight, I know that you have one about trying to gain some weight. So I try to throw those olives in olive oil, and which I love. It's so easy.
Yeah. No, well, I'm so glad you found us, and I really appreciate that you've stepped up and shared your story to help encourage other people too, because it really does help when people just hear that, from others, from other members.
So what helped me, I think, I'm very visual. So as a visual person, I enjoy cooking. That's the other thing is, how do I make this, or what if I'm creating this? And that's what I appreciate about your program, that you have the app and I can visually go in there and find everything I need to look for, even how to bake, whether sweets or bake bread, which I'm really bad at that, but my husband's really good. So he bakes for me while I cook. It's just really helped me to find something that I just feel like, oh my goodness, this is so easy. I can't go back. Like, there's no way, because it's just so easy. And then, of course, the first 3 months learning all the videos, it was a lot of information for me, but I appreciate that you would send reminders. It's okay, take your time. But as I continue to read, I would make it like if I was going to school. So I would set a time for, I would be on the phone for an hour, just learning, relearning. My daughter's really good with numbers. I'm not. So sometimes I'd have her sit with me so she can kind of remind me how to do the math and the carb and so little by little, even to this day, if I don't understand something, I'll ask my daughter. So I feel like it's like a family event now, where they know, they remind me, should you be, so it's become part of our family, really. And my husband, he's in 5.6. He just went to the doctor and he's like, can you make sure you're like prepping my meals too? And I also had my daughters checked just because I wanted to be sure. And they were in the 4s. And, but I constantly remind them, hey, should you, can you get something else? So it's become a family thing. And I think that's why it's, we're so much more aware of what we shouldn't be eating and what we should be, just to take care of our health.
Yeah, wow, how amazing. That's really such a fantastic journey so far.
It gets a little tricky. We just went on vacation. I had to have a croissant. I had to have the churro. But, but knowing that, like I appreciate that you say, well, you can have your cake at a party, but you're not going to eat like this every day. That helped me, because I know that I can at least have half, try it and be like, okay, I have this. Okay. But I can't eat like this every day.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's so true, because you need to enjoy life in those moments, like have that croissant, oh, delicious, enjoy it. Consistency is more important than perfection. It's just that, yeah, we have to enjoy life. And it's so great to hear that it's become a family thing too, and that health consciousness of taking care of yourself, and your husband's on board, and what you're being such a great role model now with your daughter, and just her learning amazing about nutrition.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you. And that's why I wanted to, at first I was like, I don't know, I can't do this. But I tell all my friends about your program, and I constantly send them the link. Even this Monday, I sent my friend a link because her son is pre-diabetic and he's 15. And she is also, so I'm like, well, you guys can totally do this. So I sent her the link, and then I'm like constantly telling everybody how thankful I am to your program. So I want to make sure that I'm letting you know how thankful I am for your program, because It is very visual. It's very easy. It's something so easy that anybody can do.
And there really is a lot of different resources in there, isn't there, Carol? Just
Yes, tons. And even when I have questions about the fruit or certain vegetables, I appreciate that you guys do respond and let me know the carb and the information on it.
yeah, that's right. You can email us or check in with the member check-ins every month, which I know you've done a few times. So your blood glucose numbers have basically returned to normal, which is fantastic, and you know how to keep them there now with your nutritional plan. What else? What else? Because I know you said you had high cholesterol when you first came into the program, and I think that's improved now too, hasn't it?
That has definitely improved. I think the biggest thing that stands out to me when I first started going to the doctor in 2023, around October, December, was because I had a lot of leg pain in my left leg, the veins, to the point where I saw at least 4 different doctors about, is there any surgery that we need to do? Because the pain was awful. And when I saw your videos and they're talking about visually what happens to our veins, right? Whether we're pre-diabetic or diabetic. And I know that from family, they've lost toes or they lose eyesight or so many things. And then I'm like, how how crazy that I could be 5.8 and already be experiencing these symptoms on my left leg. And that's gone away. Like, I mean, that's one of the things that I was, whoa, that's what it was. Yet my doctors couldn't pinpoint. By the way, they never even checked on the prediabetes. I mean, they never did a blood test. They were just doing x-rays. They were doing panels on checking how my blood was flowing. But I have no more pain on the veins. Separate from my doctor plan, I saw a different doctor where they go and they remove certain veins, or all these things were just so scary to me. But I can honestly tell you that when I saw your video and I put the two one in one, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what it was. It's gone. I don't experience it anymore.
Yeah, wow, that is a real symptom, that's early neuropathy where you're starting to see some symptoms of that in nerves and vessels in the limbs, which is common in early pre-diabetes even, and due to some nutrient deficiencies as well. So it's great that you got that early.
When I started doing your program, I understood that I thought I was eating correctly, but I was really drinking a lot of things that they show, like kombucha, or I love coconut water. Just a lot of things that have sugar in them already. And sometimes I would drink like 3 bottles a day, which would amount to like a Coke. So then the more I started understanding that, I was really putting a lot more sugar, stressing my own body by drinking a lot of those things. And of course, it just added up.
It's great to know anyway. Your A1C is on track. It's normal. Your high cholesterol's come down to normal, because I know in a report that you shared a while back, it all looked like it was in the normal ranges. Your cholesterol HDL ratio's perfect. So that's a really positive thing too.
Yes, because, and I feel it. I feel it. I mean, again, going from where I was like, what is happening? The pain in the leg, the veins, and I feel, and I think the biggest thing that stands out is my sleeping pattern, but I'm really making a breakthrough. Even this week, I've been working really hard on that. So it's really, I think what it was is summer vacation with my girls. It's hard to get a pattern for 3 months, but now that they're back to school, we're all adjusting to our patterns. And yeah, it's little by little, I'm getting back to that.
Yeah, and I think that's it, isn't it? It's always a learning process. It's always a growing process, and little adjustments here and there can make all the difference too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I always like to ask people, what would be your best advice to other people wanting to make a change in their lives?
To push through, to believe that they can do it, to persevere. So I feel healthy. I don't have pain in my legs. I have more energy. Oh my goodness, so much more energy. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, just to push through. Don't give up if it's not working immediately.
Yeah, that's great advice. And you look very healthy too. You just look healthy.
Yeah, I feel healthy. Yeah.
And it's just such a great thing for your daughters as well. Just them learning about nutrition, them eating healthier. They're going to take that through to their lives as well.
Yes. They know. They've tried a lot of the baked goods, and sometimes they're like, ooh, this is really good. I'm like, yes, it's just a matter of really, again, it can be easy to just go buy something, but to make it at home, they see it, they participate, they're seeing the difference. At least for me, they're seeing that difference of not a mom that's always tired or lethargic, but right away, everybody can tell that it's different.
Prediabetes. It's your opportunity to do something now and completely change your health for the better. With Dr. Jetta's Prediabetes Reset program, you'll discover how to reset your blood sugar balance and metabolism to normal, rebalance your weight effortlessly, and avoid or stop medications. Take the Prediabetes Reset program and gain back your life today. Learn more at type2diabetestalk.com/programs.
After hearing Karol's story, there are a few really important takeaways I want to highlight. First, diet truly is a foundational treatment for prediabetes. Karol started with an A1C of 5.8, and within just a few months of changing her nutrition, she brought that down to 5.6. Then she kept on going and now maintains an A1C level of 5.3, which is well back into the normal range. She didn't need medications to make that happen. She simply followed a structured plan built around food. That's powerful evidence of what the right diet can do. Karol's cholesterol returned to normal, and although we didn't discuss it in our chat, she also lost weight effortlessly, her body returning to pre-pregnancy weight. All of these outcomes are because of the new lifestyle habits she has built around food, nutrition, and prioritising health. For herself, yes, and for the whole family as well. The second point is about clarity. Karol mentioned how the guidance she initially received from her medical doctor felt really vague. Getting a one-page sheet with things like eat less sugar or cut back a little on this and that didn't really help at all. What made the difference for her was having a clear, practical plan to follow, and she used our program and all its countless resources, the videos, the cooking and baking masterclasses, to build new skills and gain new knowledge. Because when you know exactly what to do, it removes the confusion and you can take action with confidence. The third point is that symptoms can actually improve with food changes. Karol had been experiencing that significant leg pain, something her doctors couldn't explain. This kind of pain can occur even in the prediabetes stage, and it's considered an early sign of neuropathy, where the nerves and blood vessels in the legs begin to show stress. Higher than normal blood sugar can spark these symptoms, and research has shown that nutrient deficiencies can contribute to this process as well, especially magnesium and vitamin B12. Once Karol changed her habits and improved her nutrition and blood sugar, those symptoms have completely disappeared. That's remarkable, and it shows that prediabetes isn't just about numbers on a blood test. Your body is giving you real signals that something is off. By addressing nutrition, both in terms of reducing excess sugar and improving nutrient intake, you can often resolve these symptoms before they progress into something more serious. Another big highlight is the family impact. Karol's husband and daughters joined in, making healthier choices right alongside her. That ripple effect is so important because nutrition isn't just an individual treatment, it has the power to improve the whole health of the whole household. And finally, sustainability. Karol learned that it's not about being perfect all the time. You can still enjoy a croissant on vacation or a special treat at a party. What matters most is what you do consistently, day in and day out. That's the mindset that allows you to both enjoy life and protect your health at the same time. The key message overall is that diet is the most powerful tool you have for treating prediabetes. Studies consistently show that nutrition can normalise blood sugar, reduce the need for medication, and prevent progression to type 2 diabetes. Of course, we absolutely know this to be true by the many members in our community, like Karol, who are living proof of the benefits of nutrition. Beyond the science, as Karol shows us, diet and nutrition restores energy, reduces pain, and creates a ripple effect for families. So if you're sitting with a diagnosis of prediabetes and feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start, remember Karol's example. Diet is not just a side note, it is the treatment. Diet and nutrition is the most effective treatment to reverse prediabetes. And it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Each meal is an opportunity to support your health, protect your future, and enjoy life in the process. As we spoke about in episode 100, small, consistent changes can deliver big changes overall, powerful results. The most important thing is that you do take your prediabetes seriously. Your body is not broken and all is not lost. Prediabetes is an opportunity to change, to grow, to put your health as a priority. Seizing that opportunity is your choice. All you have to do is make that choice and start taking small steps today. In a few months, life can look a whole lot different, not just in terms of lab metrics, but in terms of energy, health, and happiness. Thanks for joining me today for Karol's inspiring story, and thanks to Karol for sharing her experience to help others. Dr. Jeddah, over and out.
Thanks for tuning in to Type 2 Diabetes Talk. Please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform. And for episode replays, episode notes, and more, visit type2diabetestalk.com. New episodes are available Tuesdays, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, or your time zone equivalent. Thanks again. We're truly grateful to be a part of your life and help make a real difference.